Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top favorite full coverage holy grail foundations. I've been meaning to do this video for a long time and I'm finally sitting down today filming this because I want to let you guys know which ones are the best in my opinion. So most of you guys have been following me for a while know that I am a full coverage girl. I love a full coverage foundation, and to be honest with you guys, ever since I can remember, I've always loved a more fuller coverage foundation. Growing up, I had decent skin, not what you call the best, but not the worst. I did break out, so when I finally discovered makeup, I always wanted to kind of hide the blemishes, and on top of that, I have all my freckles. So I didn't like how that combo looked. It didn't work for me, so I went for a more fuller coverage foundation. And when my skin cleared up and got better as a teen, I just kept on using the full coverage because I really loved how it looked. Even though it didn't match, it was the wrong shade, wrong formula, wrong everything, I still loved that fuller look. So fast forward now, I'm clearly still a full coverage kind of girl. I still love a full coverage, but now I really am at the point where I know which ones I like, what I look for. But these are the ones I truly feel are full coverage, last all day, don't separate, wear nicely, have a pretty good color range as well. So yeah, that's my quick little intro. Let's go ahead and just jump into this video. So something to know before I get into the foundations is that my skin is normal to dry. During the spring and summertime, I'm more of a normal combination, drier in some areas. It kind of changes. It depends how much water I'm drinking, if I'm traveling, kind of what's going on. I feel like all my foundations have like an occasion for it. So if I'm like going out, I know which one is my full coverage night glam. I know if I'm going for like a daytime glam, I'll use this one, and so on. All right, so let's go and get into this. Again, there is no particular order in which I love more. I'm just kind of going randomly. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm going with the more of the medium full down to like the full. All right, so the first foundation I'm going to talk about today is the Makeupforever HD stick, and this is actually the one I'm wearing today. So this is a foundation that I have been using for years. There is a liquid version and then there is the stick version. So the liquid one, I feel like I love how it looks on other people because I would always use the liquid one on my clients when I freelance. And then when I would try it on myself, I love the finish, but I didn't like the coverage. This one to me gives you the same coverage as the liquid, but it's obviously more fuller coverage. This one just wears so beautifully throughout the day. It looks so subtle when I have it on, and I love that I don't have to set my skin too much with it. I set it today with the Lancome Absolute Powder. That's pretty much all that's going on right now. I love that this also does not feel heavy on the skin at all. It feels so comfortable, and this is one that I feel like I find myself using year round. I went about 6 months or so not really using it, and then recently just started using it again, and just I'm wondering why I stopped ever using it. But yeah, they have a great range of shades in these foundations as well, and this to me works great for normal to dry skin. I'm not sure I would wear on oily skin, but it's definitely one that I would check out if you're looking for a great stick foundation. So the next one on the list is gonna be the Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. If you guys want a weightless full coverage, you are going to absolutely love this one. So this is a 15-hour wear, oil-free, transfer-resistant foundation. This is definitely gonna be on the full coverage matte side. What I love about this one is that it does not settle into any fine lines. It doesn't move once it's on. It really stays all day long, but because it's weightless, it doesn't feel super heavy. Your skin feels comfortable in it. I find myself wearing this one in the daytime, not just at night. This is one that looks so beautifully throughout the day. It's super flawless. This is also a full, but I feel like it can be worn medium to full. You can sheer it out and it's still gonna give you that long wearing finish and really just hold up throughout the day. To be honest with you guys, I'm loving this, and I'm also loving their concealer. This one I've been sleeping on, and I recently just started using it, and oh my god, it's so good. This is like the little buddy for it. I find this very comparable to Shape Tape. It's got that coverage, it's full, it lasts, does not move. But yeah, these, well, this is a good one, but this one you definitely do not want to sleep on. Next on the list is going to be the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is one I've talked about so many times on my channel. I use it all the time and just absolutely love the way this one looks and feels. I find myself using this one for more evening events. This gives your skin just a beautiful matte finish with a very radiant glow. So it's not going to be super matte, super drying. It looks very radiant, but you're going to get that coverage out of it. And this is one that I also love traveling with because I find myself being able to use it in a lighter coverage way, medium, and also to the fullest coverage possible. I love when I get home that this one is still in place. It looks beautiful. I'm sure we've all had that problem where our makeup has separated when we get home after a long day, or it's just gone in this area. You won't have that problem with this one. This one is great, and they also have 40 shades in this formula, so this is just another one that I highly recommend. Next one I've talked about so many times on my channel. I feel like I used this foundation for a year straight in every single video, and all you guys were like, we get another foundation? Like, you use it all the time. And that is my Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. Yes, I still love this one. Yes, I still use it. I think this is just one of the like top 3 stick foundations out there. This is so good if you love a full natural coverage foundation. This truly makes your skin look dewy, buttery, creamy, full. Like, anytime I use this, my skin looks incredible. And I love that it's so weightless as well. I feel like when I put this on, my skin looks like skin. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see me and you're like, wow, your skin looks good. It's not like your makeup looks good, your skin looks good. And that's always a compliment that I get when I wear this one. So this one works for me more in the wintertime when my skin is super dry. I find it to just really make my skin look hydrated and fresh again. If you are oily, I would highly recommend maybe getting a tester, trying it out first, seeing how it works with your skin. I've had friends in the past who have oily skin tell me that they didn't like it because they found it kind of move and shift of the day. Personally, on me, it stays really put. It's like glued, it's like stuck on my skin when I have it on. Check this one out, try it out, see how it feels on your skin. I'm sure you're going to love it. So next on the list is going to be my MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna disagree with me. You're gonna tell me that you don't like MAC or that it's not good, but you guys, we cannot lie. This stuff is so good. This was with me for like 7 years of my life. I used this for a year before I started at MAC, my 5 years at MAC, and then a year after. I used it every day. I loved it. It just never did me wrong. This is a foundation that I still find myself going back to use often. I still love the way it looks. I love the way it wears, and I don't know, the smell too. Something about the smell just reminds me of when I worked there, but it's just still one of my favorite OG foundations. Back when I worked at MAC and when I freelanced, this was like my holy grail foundation in my kit. I used it on everybody of any skin type, and it looks so good. And it's just a proof that it is for all skin types. When I used to freelance, I always took so much pride into taking care of my client's skin. I would sit them down and really make sure I'm taking time on their canvas with moisturizing, priming, really prepping the skin before the foundation. So when I put the foundation on, it goes on smooth. It's not going into any fine lines or pores. Everything is nice and prepped, and the makeup wears good and looks good. That's exactly what this foundation does. So yeah, so this is still like a favorite of mine. I'll always recommend it. I feel like they have a really great color range as well. It's just one that's still here at my place. I still grab it. I still gravitate towards it whenever I'm in the mood to feel MAC-ish. All right, the next two are drugstore ones, and you guys are probably going to be like, yes, finally a drugstore foundation. And you guys are probably not going to be shocked, but this is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This just makes your skin look flawless. Anytime I wear this, I'm always like shook that it's like a drugstore foundation. I feel like with this one, I never touch up throughout the day. So my favorite primer with this one is the Tarte Clean Slate Primer. This duo right here is the absolute best. Like, I can't tell you guys how great this combo is together. So I like to use this primer right on my T-zone, especially right here, and then the foundation over it. It looks matte, poreless, and flawless just on that T-zone area where I have larger pores. And then down here, it still is full coverage. It's still matte, but it's got a little sheen to it. It's not just like to my skin, you know? But if you guys are on the hunt for a very good matte drugstore foundation, I highly recommend this one. So the next one is going to be the LA Girl Pro Matte HD Foundation. I've talked about this in videos before, and I've worn this many times, and this is a bomb full coverage matte long wearing foundation. Like, it truly stands to what it says. I will be honest with you guys, this one's very mattifying. So this one I can only use on my skin when it's feeling okay. If I'm dry, I can't use this one because it is super mattifying. But the coverage on this is incredible. This one I can find myself using more for a nighttime foundation when I'm going out and I know I'm gonna be getting wild and I don't want my makeup to come off. This is definitely the one that I reach for. So if you use this one or try this one, I highly recommend to really moisturize your skin. Make sure that your skin is really hydrated before you do this because, again, it is very mattifying. You guys will be amazed with the coverage on this one, and it is affordable as well, which is the best thing about it. We are down to our last few foundations. So the next one on my favorites is going to be the Lancome Tinted Ultra Wear Foundation. Many of you guys don't know this, but I used to work at Lancome when I was 18, I believe, 18. And this was my very first high-end luxury brand purchase of foundation that I ever made. So this one is a medium coverage with a matte finish, but I truly feel like you can build this up to be a little bit more fuller. Even though this is a medium coverage, I don't mind it because the finish is matte. I find that the finish really has a lot to do with it. If this was more of like a radiant or more sheer finish, it would probably end up kind of coming off throughout the day. But because this is matte, it really stays all day long. Also, what I love about this too is that my mom likes this foundation as well, and it looks beautiful on her skin. it doesn't settle into any of her fine lines and really just looks nice and natural on her. Her and I are both huge fans of this one. I pumped a little out so you guys can see how it looks. And I wear the shade 370 Bisque W. I feel like that's like my year-round shade. I don't really shift this one too much just because I use this on the more like natural days or days where I want my foundation to just look very soft and pretty. But yeah, I find it to just look really subtle and beautiful when it's on. So the last and final foundation, drum roll. You guys probably won't be shocked because I use this one all the time. And that is my Jouer Essential High Coverage Foundation. This one takes the cake for the most fullest coverage foundation out there. I have not found anything that covers more than this one in my life. Like, as full as all these other foundations are, this one is like I mix them all and put them in here. It is the most fullest foundation ever. I truly need 1 to 1.5 pumps with this one. Like, one pump will do like my whole face. It's crazy. So I do just a little more for extra coverage, but I die for this foundation. So my year-round shade is Latte, and in the summer I use Caramel. So this one has extreme coverage. Like, I can literally take this up to about right here and it covers everything on myself. I want you guys to see this, okay? I want you all to see the coverage on this stuff. So that was just one little pump. Do you see what I mean? This one is oil-free, has a matte finish, but it gives your skin kind of like a luminous look as well. It also has hyaluronic acid. Woo woo! I'm a huge hyaluronic acid fan. Anything with hyaluronic acid, I gravitate towards it. I want it. I need it. Give it to me. If you guys do not know what hyaluronic acid is, it sounds terrible like when you hear acid, but it's the opposite of what you're thinking it does. So it's actually a powerful humectant, which aka is a moisturizer binding ingredient that keeps skin plumped and hydrated, and yes, looking young. So that's pretty much all you guys have to know about that word. But anytime you see that, just know that it's good for the skin. It really just plumps. It makes your skin just look better. But this one is my go-to ride or die foundation that I will use sometimes day, mainly at night. So as far as the shades go, they just extended their shade range. So now I believe they have about 50 shades, which is amazing because before I think they only had about 10 or 11. I was a little shook because I would recommend this to everyone and no one could find their color, but they just expanded their shade range, and I can't tell you guys just how great this foundation is. So this is one that I feel tops it for the highest coverage that I will continue to use here on out, as well as with the other ones. So yeah, so that pretty much concludes all my foundations. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want to do another favorites video. Maybe I can do like a favorite brushes, favorite concealers. You guys let me know. I want to always share with you guys what I currently love and things that work for me, in hopes that it also works for you guys as well. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching, tuning into my channel, and if you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe. It would mean so much to me. Be sure to also like the video. By the way, if anyone's wondering, I am wearing Arriba on my lips, and today we also run out of lash glue, so we have no lashes on. We are wearing the Lancome Mercier Big on my lashes, so that's the tea. I gotta go though. All right guys, I will see you guys later. Bye.